Hi, my name is Eric Arsenault. I'm a vocal coach and the originator or creator of the A Approach vocal training method. And today I have a few vocal tips for you. Singers around the world seek my help. I've been doing this for a long time. And there are maybe three very common problems from the Grammy Award winner to the complete beginner that I encounter on a regular basis. Number one is, Eric, people tell me that my singing is lifeless and passionless, or that I can't sing with any feeling or emotion. That's one problem. Number two is, people tell me that I sound like I'm straining and I don't know what to do. I don't feel like I'm straining, but they tell me that I sound like I'm straining and I don't know what to do. Do I just not have a voice? That's number two. Number three is vocal stamina. You just go hoarse fast. You may even sound great while you actually sing, but as soon as you're done, you feel like you have nothing left and you feel sore, like there's a frog in your throat, and you find yourself having to clear your throat violently all the time to get your voice clear again. All three of these problems, more often than not, have the single same root, and that is a lack of body connection. You're caught up here instead of being down here. Now that may seem obvious to you, even though you may not even be a vocal coach yourself. Why? Because you feel it. You can feel the trap. You can feel the entrapment up here. You feel, a lot of my students laugh at me for this, but you feel like that dragon has you within its talons. So you feel that claw-like grip around your neck. You feel that. Well, hopefully today I can help you alleviate that. I can't promise you everything in this simple YouTube video. To get the whole thing, permit me to shamelessly plug for a second. If you enjoy the tips that I give you in this video, if at the end of it you're like, wow, that really worked, thank you. If you want to know more, you can go to aapproach.com and get my Sing from the Diaphragm program. It has all of this plus so much more, or you can get my Elite Singing Techniques program that has the diaphragm program included, plus a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a step-by-step system for vocal mastery, and I had to go on record as having said that. So now, let's continue. Tip number one is an advanced lip roll. Now, before you tell me that you know how to do a lip roll already, shut up for a minute and listen to what I gotta say. But seriously though, when I teach around the world, people always say, well, I know how to do lip rolls already. They're so common that people naturally think of them as a beginner technique, and that's not true. Any vocal technique is only as beginner or advanced as your individual awareness and what you decide to do with it. So in that case, to be more specific, most people think of lip rolls like this. Look at me, I'm doing it. Yeah, I win. And that's all there is to it. But if we take away the training wheels for a second and dig deeper, then we'll find that most people will start to tense up the mouth muscles. And I'm gonna give you a vocal secret here. Tension here means tension here within your throat. These muscles are very interconnected to your throat muscles. I go so far as to tell my students a lot of times that your face muscles are your throat muscles. Not literally so, but they might as well be for their high level of influence. So, what I want you to focus on, if you do a lip roll or a lip trill, pick a comfortable note, preferably in your chest voice, speaking voice range, and I want you to focus on not over tensing at your cupid's bow area, and not over tensing at the jaw. A lot of times people do this. Yeah, you're doing it, but are you really doing it though? You know, so if you release up here, this is the key. You can't let go all the way because then you can't get to keep the lip roll going. But I don't want you to clamp completely either. I want you to try using no more effort than what is absolutely necessary to keep the lip roll going. So if I do and if I let go of my shoulders and my neck, then something pretty magical starts to happen at the abdomen, at the solar plexus, epigastrium area, even at my back. I don't know if you can see it with my torso, but if my rib cage goes outward, my lower abdomen goes in, my upper abdomen / lower chest begins to flex outward, firm up and go outward slowly, my side ribs flex outward, all in response to my voice, trying to compress this breath for the lip roll. We call this reflexive support. So that means your body automatically connects to your tone. So it's pause Pause the video if you need to and play with that and see, just experiment with what you feel. Now I want to be clear though before you pause. I'm not making my stomach tighten up. I'm not making anything flex. I'm allowing it to do so. There's a big difference there. This is automatic. It's a reflexive thing. The more you release up here, the more stuff needs to engage down here. Singing is not effortless. It's controlled effort. So we don't want to bring a gun to a knife fight and push with all our might. But we don't want to underdo it either. We need balance, and a trill is a good way of finding that. You want to aim for the crispest tone possible without over tensing this, and pay attention to what happens here. So I'm gonna try that again. You try with me. I'm gonna tell you a quick little story. This past holiday season, I taught a group class in Maryland, and we had a guy who was doing the Christmas song, and he was like, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. And you might laugh, but I hear a lot of people sounding like that every day. And a few of the people in the class were like, oh, he just doesn't have it. He just can't sing, right? And the thing that's so preposterous about that to me is that it's not that he doesn't have a voice. You couldn't hear his real voice. It was buried underneath a whole bunch of throat, neck, jaw, tongue tension. So after I got him to do an advanced lip roll, a lip roll that connected to his body, chestnuts roasting on an open fire, even without vibrato, even without crazy high notes, even without riffs and runs, instantly people were like, oh, he has a voice. Yes, because you can finally hear it. And you may not be to an extreme that he was at, but if you just learn how to ride that wave of compressed breath instead of trying to push from here, to trust this to fuel the breath. And what we do is we end up establishing a reflex in the body whereby you don't have to think so much when you go to perform or record. Your body knows what to do. So when you're vocalizing, a really cool thing to try is to go from a lip roll to an open vowel sound. I had to do my little Ariana Grande impersonation. Anyway, the point is, it doesn't matter what the tone is, you go from the trill to a sound. So you trill, and you see what parts of your body you can wake up, and then you release. So you establish this great fuel supply. I like an advanced lip roll because it teaches you to release up here and to allow engagement down here. Now, if you can't feel everything that I'm describing, don't freak out just yet. Towards the end of the video, I'll give you another tip as to why that might be happening. But feel free to pause and play with this for a little while longer before we move on to the next thing.